Hello everybody. So today I'm talking about INANNA, the flying INANNA. So there are stories about her that she flew um, very often because she visited her brother, she visited her family, and then she had to put on the seven meh to protect her body, and this looks like a spacesuit. And this is the helmet she puts on. And the interesting thing is the name, Sumerian name for this helmet is SHUGAR.RA. And SHUGAR means in Hungarian ray or beam. So this word, SHUGAR, means ray or beam. And SUGÁR means radiation. So of course, if you go to space, you have radiation there. So you have to protect your head with a helmet. And this word is similar to Hungarian. So SUGÁR.RA would mean for the race. And also interesting, the Serbian name for something to put on head is SHUGÁR.RA. So this word SHUGÁR.RA. And interesting is that in Hungarian fairy tales, you have a fairy. Her name is ILONA. So INANNA was also called ILANA. So ILANA, ILONA, it's almost the same word. And we say for fairy Tündér, and this is related to Dingir. So there is a fairy, for example, this one, Tündér ILONA, and this means the fairy beauty ILONA. And is this about a fairy who flies very fast from one point to another, so in seconds. And she's a very beautiful, very large, very nice fairy. So this is an evidence that the Anunnaki really had spaceships and could fly. So this is very, very interesting. And there's a picture of probably of a rocket, how it looked like. So maybe it looked like this one, because this shows a yard. And the interesting is that the name for yard in Sumerian is kisar. So this word is the Sumerian word for yard. And this word, guess what, is related to a Hungarian word, which is this, kisar. And this means to fly out. So ki means out and sar means fly. So this means exactly fly out. So what exactly that what they did from this yard, because they flew out with the rockets from this yard. And kisar also means get off. So if you get out of the car or bus or something, train, you still say kisar. So this is why, because the Sumerians loved to play with words. And so this also means to get out or to fly out. So because it's clear. So one thing was the rocket flew away, or the rocket landed, and the people get out of this. So very interesting that we today in Hungarian still say kisar. We use this Sumerian word for the yard where the rocket started. So there's a clear evidence in the language for the flying Anunnaki, and there is more evidence. So when we look to these words, this means watcher, Ur means Lord, and Ur means space, universe. So you can clearly see there's evidence that the Anunnaki had spaceships and they flew with this, and there's a clear evidence in the language, in the Hungarian language. We also have the word üres, which is empty. So that would mean with space when something is empty. So the space is probably there's nothing, so it is empty. So there's clear evidence for this, and there's another thing. There's a picture about this black divine bird. They called it, the Sumerians, the flying spaceships of the Anunnaki. And there's a picture, so probably they looked like this. And the interesting is they say the black flying spaceship, the black flying bird. So, and now the Hungarian kings and rulers, everyone had a symbol, and it was always a black bird. It was always a black eagle or black crow or some black bird, which was the symbol of this king house. And we have the turul bird, and turul is a very interesting word because tur means small. So if this bird is small, this turul bird, so in relation to what it is small. So if you have a spaceship, of course this is small, this bird. So maybe this is the reason why it is called a turul bird. So this is the story about the Anunnaki rockets and the Anunnaki flying, and the evidence is in the language.